when it was time for him to make that decision, already there was numbers just in front of him to distract him from making the correct decision there.
Now Allende with Grant Kakana. Kakana and Cupido restored in their centre-back partnership. Santos is on the chase here. His first taste really of a big fixture in the Betway Premiership. This is his 5th start for the club. Referee might just have a little bit of a word here. Santos says he didn't hear the whistle because of the noise. His reaction after the whistle went against him, of course, is why he picked up the yellow card. So Hotto with that left foot, looking to swing it in on top of Williams. Certainly have the defensive numbers back here, Mamelodi Sundowns. Everybody back except Santos, just moving out of the line now. He's going to be watching dancing. So they're all in a line now, Mamelodi Sundowns, as Hotto plays us straight into the arms of Williams. Fairly comfortable.
And whenever it's going to be needed wide, isn't it?
Mudau certainly hugging the touchline here. Moremi ahead of him, bit of space for Santos, finds Mudau again. That first touch a bit heavy. Hotto has support from Bukazi, but they'll be the first corner of the afternoon, going the way of the home side. So chance for Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's see what they've been working on set piece wise on the training ground in the build-up to this game. Got a good week, of course, of work, which Coach Cardoso has often complained about, not enough time on the training pitch. It's perfectly set for today. Allende over the head of Sales. Modiba back out again. He'll get a second chance to bang this in. Little slip though from the Chilean. The two fullbacks next to each other. Modiba floats that right over the top. Gold City. Flick on from Mahopa. It's the nod ahead of Botuma for the number 9 role today. Apollos! Remy so close, and has a bit of a moan there at Apollos, but a little bit of frustration for Tsepang Moremi.
Yeah, I guess these two teams with those half chances just shows you how tight the game is. A little bit of a mistake, you get him punished. Look at the good part that been played by Apollos, but he was too strong, unable to find Moremi. But the other game, we know that Moremi is always going to make those diagonal runs just to become another
lineup after joining from Cape Town City in the January transfer window, beginning of the year. Really playing good at the Club World Cup in the USA. Obas. Sales. Forward, he had Shalolile, he's offside. 4 goals already this season for Shalolile. His record tally back up to 132 now.
That's definitely offside. He was just lurking, just kind of cancel each other in the midfield.
Cupido looks at options. It's an excellent pass to Tashrik Matthews. Support from Modiba on the left-hand side. Inside Sales and Shalolile. Shalolile swings with Sales perhaps in his way.
They basically made the same run. The ball out wide, and then you can see that it wasn't cut back. Sales is finding himself right on the edge of the ball. But
given away, and Santos has a look up. Santos to Sales. Shalolile, what a save! Shalolile again, goal! Peter Shalolile is 5th of the season, number 133. He is cooking with gas.
Peter Shalolile, he is in the mood. He never started the season well. He was always second best to Rainers, who continued his scoring form from last season. We spoke about this game with those unforced errors, half opportunities that have been created from both sides. Mamelodi Sundowns, this time around, they were able to benefit. Santos thing that had Sales out wide. With Sales playing lopsided, it made it difficult for him to control with his left. But that right foot that he brought into Peter Shalolile, I guess also the great save from the first time from from China there. Look at the mistake there from Moremi. This is what resulted to Salas finding himself. That first touch let him down, but Peter Shalulile at second invite as well.
On the left foot is second time. This first touch from Salas almost saw the opportunity slip by.
Yeah.
Good save from Chain as well, but Santos had plenty of time to move forward and set the whole thing up.
Yeah, because I can see that he's trying to set himself up. I'm thinking he's going to take a shot. And equally as well, maybe with option as well on the right-hand side. But they made sure that they...
Just been a brisk start of this game. Coach Cardoso predicted it, and so did Coach Wadu, that it might be a little bit of a stale affair with lots of tactics, but as Teko points out, plenty of mistakes because of the nerves, and as a result, we've seen a goal already. Now Danson to Moremi, who's offside.
Look at all the offsides that Orlando Pirates they've been at. It's always on the left-hand side. You can see the overload that they want to have here. Earlier on it was Hoto, Moremi twice again. They tried.
Salas turns. Mbokazi makes the challenge. Referee says nothing wrong there. Still the strength of Mbokazi on display. Apollos. Robust as well. Just brushes or bullies over. Then Tajana. Look at Shalulile with Siema battling away, and that's going to go against Shalulile. It'll be a foul on the centre-back.
Very, 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 very risky day for Siema. But the nice thing about Shalulile as well is using his body, using his left foot to be able to protect that ball from Siema. But Siema's stuck in his guns, looking at the ball. But they always risky, but you need to make sure.
Now there's a bit of space here for Hoto down the left. Let's see what they can conjure up, the Buccaneers. Looking for the equaliser. Then Tajala into Hoto. Can he get it square? He's got the corner. First of the afternoon for the men in black. Looks as if Apollos is going to come across and take it. Give a goal away from a simple set piece, but we've seen quite a few actually scored this season in the league. In from Apollos, missed by Nduli. Danson! Oh! That is some goal! Left footer from the 20-year-old. Now you know his name. That is some goal. On the full volley as well.
On the full volley. Those comes once in a while for a player of such talent. I don't think he'll ever score such a beautiful goal. I think it caught also Ronald Williams by surprise. The ball was deflected outside the box. You've spoken about not conceding any goal. Such a lousy set piece that was created by Mamelodi Sundowns. But you thinking that the defender, that corner kick, he finds himself outside the box with a left footer.
We've got to look at this again. We've got to look at it several times. Just savor this full volley, left-footed. Ronald Williams, there was a bullet that went right past him. Sweetly hit.
Now, if any fan that had any doubts as to then why Danson has started, that's the reason that he gives them.
Yeah, and I don't think the question is going to be asked of the coach when the match is over. Look at Sipho Mbule's reaction. Cameron Danson, 20 years old, only he's
that they have, but they are struggling to control the games. There's a lot of stop and starts, a lot of interchanging of positions. So it'll be interesting to then also the inclusion from the benches from both sides.
Now let's see what Modiba can conjure up. Interesting ball, just perhaps a little too hard. Be a goal, let's not say flying colours, but Nduli, Hoto, onside! Well, he could have done better. Leon Hoto, it's either in the back of the net or it's up in row Z, but this was an excellent opportunity. Lovely floated ball.
It was indeed, and you can see like with him delaying a little bit because the ball was taking too much flight. He really decided that he has to take a shot. but he used the inside foot instead of using the laces like that we saw of Danson earlier on.
Nintagela, they're on the march here. Siema against Williams, saved. Now, should he have gone for the far corner, you wonder? What a move, though.
What a move from a centre-back. You'd wonder, because those are moments that none of the centre-back will find themselves in. He gets the ball on his halfway line. The pitch should start opening up for him. Look at that 1-2 that he plays with Nemtengela. Realize that he's onside. Yes, he could have played that ball because of Moremo still onside, but as a defender, fine
To go for it.
Yeah.
Williams makes the save. Maybe be gone across to the other side. Who knows? Pirates coming out of the change rooms looking the brighter of the two sides. Apollos, Hotto, Libizzo was somewhat predictable. Obas felt the full force of that. He's down. Covered from that earlier challenge. In from Matthews. Header from Shalulile. Shalulile! That struck Dooley straight in the face. He's wobbling around. Chance for Madao. Shalulile. Good block from...